to get it done, especially with a shortened season. He doesn't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. He's an important part of our team moving forward. We just felt it was the right time to get something done if it made sense, and to us it made sense, and we're happy that Loops wants to be in Toronto for at least 6 more years.
Thanks.
Thank you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please press *1 if you have a question at this time. And the next question is from Sean Fitzgerald at National Post. Please go ahead. Your line is now open.
David, I'm just wondering about the term, the 5 years, just given his age, and he does have a history of dealing with some injuries. Was there anything that helped? I don't know whether there was any apprehension or anything that he had to do to show or indicate that, for 5 more years through 34, that he's going to be able to be durable enough to hold up for you guys to sort of justify the deal?
Well, he's not an old man now. He's still in his 20s. The injuries, yes, there's always risk with injuries. He has had some injuries in the past. The back injury was something that set him back for well over a year, but he hasn't had any issues with that whatsoever since he's been here. In fact, it's probably as strong as it's ever been. One of the things that we looked at was how hard is he prepared to overcome those. And I remember last year when I asked Joffrey to come to Europe to join Team Canada, he said no because he needed to spend more time to prepare for this season, and thought that was, he was coming off of a shoulder injury. He was ready to play, but he could have easily gone and played, but he was thinking about this year, and he's very, very focused in terms of his body right now on being healthy. So is there some risk there? There's always risk when you sign a player to more than 1 year, but his age isn't a factor at all. In fact, he's been getting better as he's been getting a little older. Players are in much better condition than they have been in the past, and we're very comfortable where he's going to be.
I guess when you see all the 40-year-olds who were scoring goals last night, you feel a little bit better about a 34-year-old on your roster?
Yeah, that's right. And again, he's a very fit guy. And if some players that you look at and say, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep that up, we're not that concerned about it with Loops. He's a guy that prepares very hard, is very fit, works hard at his craft. I think that he's learned that over the last couple of years, how important that is to his game. And again, for us, the 5-year term was important. Beyond that, 6, 7, 8, it wasn't something that made sense for us. And Loops was prepared to go with 5 and see where he's at after this contract.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, please press *1 if you have a question at this time. The next question is from Chris Johnson at Rogers Sportsnet. Please go ahead. Your line is now open.
Dave, does this extension include any sort of no movement or no trade clause?
There's a limited no trade, but there is the player is movable. In your short answer.
Okay.
Thank you. There are no further questions. I would like to turn the conference back over to you, Mr. Park.
Okay, great. That will conclude the call. If there's no more questions, we appreciate Dave taking the time out today. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thanks, guys.